Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So, how do I want to say this? Okay. Firstly, I had an interesting dream yesterday. I laid down to take a little nap and I had a dream that, well, how do I explain it? It wasn't so much, there was an image, but the image is a little hard to explain. But I saw the words just before I woke up, and it said Dragon Priestess Oracle. And so I went to look up what that meant. And the first thing that came up when I looked up Dragon Priestess Oracle was the Pythia. And the Pythia was a priestess of the Delphic oracle in Greek mythology. So she was believed to channel prophecies from Apollo. And it says the Pythia's title came from the python, which in some people think it was a snake, some people think it was a dragon, that guarded the oracle. And let's see. So Apollo actually, so at first the oracle belonged to Gaia, and Gaia had the python, which again, some say was a snake or a dragon. It's either or. And some people, there have even been like mythologies that have combined the two, like a snake-like dragon, essentially. Anyway, so the oracle belonged to Gaia first, and she had this snake dragon protect her oracle, the Pythia, or the priestess. And Apollo actually killed the snake dragon to take over the oracle from Gaia. So I want to dig a little bit more into this, mainly because when I looked up, I was kind of wondering if there was any images, right, of, this oracle, and kind of what the backstory was on that. And funnily enough, one of the images, or the image of the Pythia, comes from, or was the same image as what I have in this deck right here. It was this image. That is the Pythia that they speak about in this. And you can do your own Google search images, and you can confirm that that is, in fact, the image. So I thought that was interesting. And, upon doing some more research, because I didn't know a lot about Greek mythology. I know a little, but I don't know a lot. So Apollo was the god of music, prophecy, healing, and the sun. Also, he was the god of archery, truth, and poetry, which I found intriguing because I also write poetry, and I've been called a healer, and I have also sought the truth in many different ways, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to all of this too. So I don't know, the symbols. So essentially, I just want to dig into this more. I want to see what the actual message is here. Like what are we supposed to be getting out of this? The symbols of Apollo are the laurel tree, and the laurel tree is actually a symbol of triumph or victory. Another one of Apollo's symbols is the dolphin, and another one is the crow or the raven. So when I researched like dolphins in relation to Apollo, he was searching for a place to establish his oracle at Delphi, and he arrived there by transforming himself into a dolphin. Dolphins are also seen as messengers of the gods. As far as crows and ravens go, as they relate to Apollo, now I don't know if the focus is specifically on Apollo himself or on the oracle herself. So hopefully we can decipher that, and maybe it's a combined effort here. But so crows and ravens, as they relate to Apollo, they were messengers. They were his messengers. He used the ravens to spy on people, basically. According to myth, ravens used to be white, but they were burned by Apollo after delivering bad news to him. So now they are black. Also, in the, yeah, okay. So, funnily enough, I woke up from my dream with, those words kind of roaming around in my head. I did get a message from someone saying that they dropped something off at my house while I was sleeping. What they dropped off was this feather, this blue and gold feather. So the next thing I did, of course, I want to know what kind of feather is this, right? I Googled, I did a Google image search of that feather, and come to find out it is a macaw feather. So, I looked up what is the meaning of macaw feathers. They are connecting to the divine. They represent the sun and vitality, which I thought was interesting considering I had that dream about Apollo, and Apollo was also a god of the sun. It's often also a symbol of a sacred union and lasting relationships. They also represent creativity, intelligence, communication, expression, and unapologetically showing off their unique qualities. So I thought that was interesting, especially the communication, the connecting, like they were like, they're again messengers, right? Between the divine realm and the earthly realm, and the fact that they also represent the sun. Yeah, so there's definitely a message in all of this somewhere, and hopefully, yeah, we're gonna dig and we're gonna figure out what that message is. So I've already cleansed the space. I was feeling called to light a candle today, which typically, I have on the channel before, but yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just was feeling called to do that today. So out of all of the candles that I have, which are quite a lot, I was drawn to this green candle. So we're just going to light this with the intentions for the highest and best good of the collective and myself. And we will begin. Pretty steady flame so far. I'm not sure why green. Find out. And I'm sure it can be different for everyone. You can Okay, that answers my question. So the color green generally symbolizes growth, new beginnings, balance, harmony, nature, life, rebirth, healing, and overall well-being, essentially representing the positive aspects of the natural world and renewal. Also, they represent vitality. Okay, see, so this is all starting to connect now. Healing energies, promoting peace and balance. Also associated with the heart chakra, representing love, compassion, and emotional well-being. New beginnings, right? Fresh starts, new opportunities. Yeah. So that actually tracks. Okay. All right. That would be why I felt drawn to the green candle. It was just like jumping out at me. Yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense. There we go. All right. So let's jump into this here. Going to start, as usual, with the confirmation affirmation. And we're just going to see what the message is, what we can get out of this here. Okay. Spirit, angels, guides. Can we have some confirmation affirmations as it relates to this message, please? If you're new here, I keep these face down until the end of the reading, and it ties everything together. Also gives you a affirmation to work on, or a few. It depends on how many cards Spirit wants to be known. Confirmation affirmation as it relates to this view. Anything else? Oh my goodness. Okay, we got 3. I think I'm going to stop there. Okay, so we'll leave these face down. Move this candle back. burning pretty steadily, which is good. All right. Let's see. All right, I want to start with this deck since the image that I saw of the Pythia is from this deck. Be pretty insane if it came out. I might read it even if it doesn't come out, just because that's part of what we're talking about here, clearly. All right, Spirit. What do we have to say about the Pythia and Apollo? Thank you. We got number 11, the songstress. Camera's trying to focus on me. Anything else? The Siren of Surrender. So the songstress card is number 11. And the Siren of Surrender is 29, which is also 11. Both master numbers. Interesting. Okay. Interesting that this the songstress has a harp. My daughter and I were just at a music store earlier. I went in there originally to ask about a cello. But I did ask if they had a harp too. That's interesting. Okay. What are these? Yeah, very earthy card here. I'm not sure what those flowers are. I was trying to figure that out. Okay. Where now? Alchemy deck. Well, and the songstress, that goes quite nicely with the god of music, right? Okay, Spirit. What else do we need to know about this message? What else do we need to know? Thank you. My goodness, Blaze. My dog is having a freak out on my bed. Wow. Okay. At the bottom. Summer. And sugar. Interesting. Okay. So we got the peacock's tail. And alchemical wedding. Oh, it did talk about what? Something about a sacred union. Right, the macaw feather was the sacred union thing. Okay. And a peacock feather. Okay. Peacock's tail. Interesting. All right. Noticing the duality in this card. How it's very dark and the moon and all of that. And then down here, it's very sunny and bright and open. And then, of course, we also have the duality here. Blending of the opposites. Yin and yang. But then we also have all of this color. It's like the more outside of the duality. Shine at the bottom of the deck. Nice. Okay. This is the cosmic deck. Cosmic Oracle. Let's see what Spirit has to say out of this one. What do we have out of this deck? Yeah. Unconditional love. The heart space is also illuminated in this deck, in this card, as well as the crown and third eye chakras. Also, the card breaks down to be a 7. So, well, we have 1111 here, first of all, which is significant. And 7 may also be important to someone. Walk your truth, the bottom of the deck. Walk your truth. Good gravy. Okay. Excuse me. Actually, I don't want to read from that yet. What else? What else? Let's grab this. See if I can make some room here. Like putting all of these on my laptop. I wasn't even going to use this deck because this deck is unique. It's unique. And I always have to get the book. But that's okay. We'll read out of the book anyway. On more than just these cards. But oh, one more. All right, what do we need to know about this message from this deck? This Apollo and Pythia message. What do we need to know, Spirit? What do we need to know? Thank you. The yin-yang symbols. I do believe this is earth energy. That almost looks like a lotus. But with the ants, something, perhaps a collaboration. I was hearing ants can carry like more than their body weight, like a lot more. And there's something about the flower in the center. I really feel like it's a lotus, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else in regard to this Apollo and Pythia message? More earth energy. 8. It flipped out in the reverse, but I don't read reversals, and I don't think this deck really does reversals either. So, I mean, I suppose I could. Student of water at the bottom with a bird. Anything else? Anything else regarding this message? Mountain goats. I believe that's a mountain goat. They're good at climbing up steep mountains fairly easily, actually. Not sure what that has to do with this message, but we'll find out. All right, Spirit, one more time. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Okay. Interesting. I feel like I should take that card. Number 11 on the bottom of the deck, of the alchemy deck, the elementals. So we'll take that. Spiritual on the split. Okay, can we just get like maybe 1, 2 tops, Spirit? Just one or just 1 or 2, please. This deck is very loud. Spirit likes this deck a lot. 1 or 2, please. Strongest energies relating to this reading of Apollo and the Pythia. Thank you. Oh, that's pretty. It's got the lions there too. Are those dragons? Something wrapped around those posts, but I can't make out what it is. All right. That's it. That's it. We're going to be done now. Interesting. I swear I could do the entire reading with just this deck, but something about DNA may be important. Definitely some fire element involved here as well. The sun, yeah. Also rainbows, which we have in the peacock card too. Oh, spirit. We'll take them later if we need to. For now, we're just gonna let it. For now, we're just gonna let it be. Okay. All right, I want to look at the songstress here. Okay. And we'll clarify more if we need to, but we have quite a few cards out here, so let's just get through these and we'll see where we're at. We're already at 37, just turned to 37. Okay. The songstress. When was the last time you had a conversation with the moon, made music for the night sky, sang songs to the stars? When was the last time you showed up fully, just as you are, and offered your voice to the universe, which incidentally means one song? Get out of here. Unconditional love. Unity consciousness. Right. So many of us let the idea of quote unquote perfect get in the way of quote unquote good. We refuse to make an offering of our art, music, service, ideas, mission, or soulcraft because we feel we aren't yet polished enough, we aren't accomplished enough, not educated, experienced, or professional enough. Or we're too much, too old, too late, too unoriginal, quote unquote, too much, and quote unquote, not enough. Steal time and lives. Somewhere along the way, we let perfect in the door, and it robbed us of our passions and our offerings. But a witch knows she is part earth and part sky. Okay, this is totally not gender specific, so it says she, but this can also apply to a male. There are moonbeams in her veins and birdsong in her soul. She, like the moon, can show up with a single sliver of herself and still shine. She honors the birds that sing down the moon and sing up the sun. Again with the sun. Knowing they don't sing because they're professional or trained. They sing because they have a song. Now is the time to let go of expectations and the demands of perfection and offer yourself up in this moment, regardless of how much or how little you have. Show up, sing, shine. The world needs you as you are. Get out. Did we not have the shine card at the bottom of the other deck? My gosh. Is it? No, it's not. How far is it? Nope. Okay. I was just like, I had to know. All right. And then the Siren of Surrender. Oh, that's beautiful, though, and true. Okay. The Siren of Surrender. This is a time to let go. Although underappreciated, there is a power in surrender. A wise sage once advised, what we resist persists. While you may not yet see a new way to go, the old way is closed. Stop banging your head and hands on the door that refuses to open. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. This is a moment to acknowledge what isn't working and what alternatives are not yet clear, and surrender to that wide open field of unknowing. A witch understands there will be times when further action is wasted. Exerting more effort is futile, as it's only bringing frustration and discouragement. She knows that while society would encourage her to keep pushing, applauding her as she battles and bruises her way through the path, this is a patriarchal paradigm whose time has ended. Instead, she embraces flow, trusting when it leads her to a dead end that there is another way, and it will open when it's ready. The days of white-knuckle resiliency are over. Everything is happening for you, not to you. So let go of your original expectation and let yourself experience the generosity of flow. Intriguing. Truth. And healing. Yeah. Okay. I gotta know more. I gotta know more about the peacock's tail. I have a feeling it's gonna say something about uniqueness or the sun or something. I don't know. Let's see. Page 199. Okay. Full vision, the spectrum and inclusivity. Interesting. I wonder if this has to do with the Pythia. She was an oracle, so she had to see everything with full vision. Okay. The peacock's tail is a sacred image in alchemy. The mesmerizing display of tail feathers opens to mark the alchemist having shifted from single to multi-perspective. This is a great achievement. The alchemist has opened 1,000 sets of eyes instead of one. They've discarded black and white thinking and allowed the full spectrum of colors, nuances, and solutions to come to the fold. Creative solutions to complex social and political polarities can be found in this sacred space. The force field of possibilities has opened, and the alchemist has entered a new paradigm belonging to multiplicity, dimensionality, and inclusion. Utilize this perspective for positive change while it lasts. When falling back into black and white thinking, as any alchemist will do, envision the splendor of the peacock's tail. Each feather contains a shimmering universe of possibility. If you want to go deeper, it says watch the movie The Wizard of Oz and ponder 1,000 eyes. Bring as much color in as you can today. Experiment. Use it as a therapeutic means of expression and a way to loosen up rigid thoughts. Notice the palette of the cards. Are they black and white or leaning toward a certain color? There is wisdom to be gleaned from the color's message. There's quite a lot of color, actually. And I would say that the green one is actually the biggest color out of all the colors that are there. It looks like it takes up the most amount of space that are yellow. But we have our green candle here too. Okay. That's fair. The alchemical wedding is 209. Wait, what? There we go. Oh my gosh, another yin yang symbol? We have them everywhere here. Ritual, celebration, and uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites. What did I say? And the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. New beginnings, right, with the green candle. And the healing. The unknown has become known. You'll be back to your existential queries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. It says to ponder intimacy without sex. The alchemical wedding is a radical act of presence and acceptance. Do something spontaneous today without rules, books, spreadsheets, social media, or schedules. Well, I did do something spontaneous today. My daughter and I stopped at a music store out of nowhere. Just because. Witness the journey of a fellow alchemist. Celebrate and congratulate them. The alchemical wedding is not about you. This is the key to alchemy. Interesting. Okay. I want to read the unconditional love card. Oh, the shine card is at the top of the deck. Funny. Okay. And it's 34. It's on page 88. Didn't we have an 8 somewhere else? Oh, right. Yeah, right here. On this card is an 8. So interesting. We have 11, 11, 88. Okay. That might be significant for somebody. Certainly is for me. Let's do this thing, though. All right. Unconditional love. The ultimate lesson all of us have to learn is unconditional love, which includes not only others, but ourselves as well. And that was said by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. You have a choice between 2 doors, unconditional love and conditional love. Unconditional love is to love without judgment, conditions, expectations, and demands. It is love that stems from the heart space and is comprised completely of pure love, forgiveness, and compassion. Conditional love is to love with conditions, expectations, attachments, fear, and judgments. Love is given and received freely, as long as the conditions of the love contract are being met. When others fail to meet the requirements of the love contract, love is lost and replaced with issues of fear, distrust, and doubts. To have unconditional love is to first love yourself entirely. When you can completely love yourself with all your imperfections, you will have greater love and compassion toward others. If you are in a space where your love is conditional, ask yourself, from where does this condition stem? Most often, you will find limiting thoughts and beliefs lingering in your subconscious. Deeper still, you may uncover the wounded child within you. It is to this child that love, understanding, and compassion must be shared. Now that you see the inner wounds within you, with the gentleness of love, you are better able to see the wounded child within others. You will clearly see the part in them that is in the most need of love. This does not mean that you must stay in